Okie dokie, I'm recording, everybody. This is me. This is what I look like for now. I'm gonna look different, later. Alright, check it out. So the reason I'm recording this video is because I wanted to make this point. And this is actually, by the way, a really great structure for videos, is to make a point. And that's kind of a meta thing. Okay, so check it out. Here's the point. The thing is that if you commit to certain parameters, if you commit to doing something every single day, and attendance, is a big deal. Forget getting 100% on the test, right? Like, my whole thing is I'm too much of a perfectionist, and what I need to do is, if I forgot that, like, step number one is I had, like, near perfect attendance in school. I didn't really realize that, so I was thinking it was because I was so brilliant or whatever, but really, it's because I was attending a class every day, and I barely missed any. So I guess what I'm saying is that if you say, let's say, for example, I'm gonna record videos every single, publish videos every single Tuesday or every single week, then whatever, and then you just keep, putting stuff in there, that's actually going to yield a higher level of quality than if you say, I'm going to just wait till I have a perfect thing to put out, and then I'm going to put that out. You just sit there and you keep working on the same thing over and over again, instead of just putting out the first thing, putting out the second thing, putting it out another Tuesday, next Tuesday, whatever. And you just say, I'm going to have a frame. So you create the frame first. This is like what gave me the thought to record a video, because I was actually at a frame store today. And it's funny because the whole t-shirt thing was really an exercise in frames, especially the Mona Lisa series. So if you haven't gotten Visions or Confusion or Daydream, then you should get those. I haven't released Daydream yet as of recording of this video, but maybe as of watching of this video I would have already, so you can get Daydream. Anyway, the whole point is, I was trying to make the point of framing, and you can create the frame first and then put the stuff in there, put the contents later. So the frame, in a practical sense, is the attitude. It's like you can just say, I'm going to have an attitude of joy, I'm going to have an attitude of, alright, so what can I learn from this? I'm going to have an attitude of, like, how can I make this fun? There's like, you are under no obligation to feel miserable, ever. As I'm looking at this camera, I'm trying to figure out. You are under no obligation to feel miserable, ever. Okay? There's nobody giving out points for misery, okay? In fact, it's your duty to feel joy, okay? And also, I think the New Testament says, you must not worry, or something to that effect. Basically, you can't be worried, okay? And you must feel joy. And, fuck those obligations. Why not do that? What I'm saying, I just wanted to make the point that no one is going to sit there, and if you did something wrong, other than learning from it so you don't do it again, because that's what you actually want to do out of love, other than doing that, anger, guilt, shame, misery, lack, all these feelings, you don't have to feel them. You're not obligated to other people to feel them. Sometimes it's like we have to act, we have to put on appearances, and we have to, like, take on somebody else's feelings. You don't have to take on their feelings. Your job is to help them, not to take on their feelings. If they have crappy feelings, the last thing you want to do is take them on. You already know what that feels like. You already know what it feels like to feel despondent, cry, to be afraid. You already know what it feels like. You don't need to. You don't have to. Yeah, same with fear, man. Like, it's gonna happen no matter what. Whether you're anxious about it or you're not, it's gonna happen no matter what, or it's not gonna happen. In fact, when you see, that's the other argument for not feeling anxious. When you're anxious and you're afraid and stressed out or whatever, you actually perform worse. So if you're thinking you have an obligation to somebody, society, or some higher ideal to feel stressed, like, I don't, anyway, whatever, okay? So just feel free to not act like other people. Feel free to not take on anybody else's mannerisms, anybody else's frame. You can have your own frame. This is a frame. I just created a frame. I picked a filter. I picked a methodology, which means that if I have a point to make that I want to record, I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to record it. And then out of everything I record, I'll pick something, and every week I'll put it out. And I can cut it up, like this right here. I can cut up into little pieces for Instagram. But now Instagram is doing the amazing thing, the Instagram TV, which now Instagram is becoming a real video platform, because now you can scroll through a video and you can post a full episode of something. Anyway, so the point is, you create the frame and then you fill it, right? And don't worry about being a little bit bad. I think that's the thing. It's like, people who are afraid of being bad will never be good. Boom. That's a Marie Forleo tweetable. She's so cute, by the way, Marie Forleo. I'll be the first rapper to drop Marie Forleo in a rap song. So I'm all over the fucking place. I like this though. This is cool. I was listening to somebody. They were talking about that their job as an actor is for their mind to wander. Did Sam Jones say that to somebody, or did somebody say, I get to get paid for my mind to wander? It's funny because I remember where I was when I heard it, but I don't remember who said it. Isn't that interesting? Who said it? It's funny, like, that's the thing about people, like, I don't know. I love me. No one else is on my journey, bro. No one else is on my journey. My journey is so unique, you know? The fact that I'm paying attention to the fact that the human mind works in a certain sense, like, that I can remember where I heard something, the physical location. I've noticed this. I notice these things. That's what my like, I'm just an entity going through life. You know, am I still recording? Yeah. I'm just like an idea going through life. This is just a physical form. My job is to just notice things. Like, that's what I am, is where my attention is, what I notice. Because somebody else, they were born and they died in this, you know, physical existence, 3D Earth, and they were noticing other stuff, you know. That's funny. Yeah, dude, if you're like a pro athlete, or if you're like an Alaskan mountain climber or something, or pilot, you know, you just notice different things. And then I have these few places that I pay extreme close attention to. So that's my frame, right? I don't know. I'm trying to build a theme here, because the thing is, it's funny because people think I meander when I talk like this, but that's not really meandering, because I have a compass. I have a magnetic north, and I have something that I'm trying to arrive at, and I'm not trying to recreate. See, people buy the Lego box and they put together what's on the box, and I'm thinking, I've never understood that. Like, it's already right there. It's on the box. Don't you want to see something different? Like, isn't the point of Lego is that you put something together? Why would you want to put together what's already on the box? To me, that was just an example of something cool that you could do. But people will go and they paint by numbers. Your job is to put something else together. It's anything but the box. Anything else that's cool but the box. But they're so afraid to be bad. So they're not going to release a few things. Like, I've been doing this new email newsletter for my IT client, and man, it's going really well. And some of them are better than others. Some of them I get more clicks, some of them I get less clicks. Recently I realized I can resend the email to non-opens. So instead of writing this beautiful thing that I'm like poring over and then sending it out to 20,000 people, and then that's it. You know, I can now send it out under a slightly different open or a completely different subject line, and then for example, when I did it, we got 90 clicks on that email. Fuck it, I got 90 clicks on that email. I wrote that email. Although, let me say that back. There was input from my team. So to be fair, I don't know, we got is just feels better, but I just wanted to take a little fucking credit because I haven't been giving myself any, you know? But I think I'm over it. I think I'm good. I don't know, man, I'm just about the team. I'm all about the team. I'm just realizing how important people are, you know? I mean, I always knew, but I'm just really enjoying people. Anyway, including this, man, like, I'm talking to a person right now. It's mediated, right? But it's like a person made this device for me to talk to other people. It's just beautiful. Anyway, let's see, what was I talking about? I don't know, I want to wrap up the previous point. I was talking about people. Why was I talking about liking people? I know everything's about frames. What the fuck was I just thinking about? I don't know, I think I was talking about somebody being afraid to be bad, so then they just do what's on the box. Because you can't fuck it up. It's like you have to have an intelligence quotient, you know, of whatever. Like, you don't need any, there's no risk taking. They're just so afraid. Like, who gives a shit? Like, if you realize that the only thing that's valuable is the outliers, why would you spend a minute, you know, just doing... But then again, it's like, it is a luxury to be able to sit there and not just perform. But I don't know, man, this is where the art and the craft have to coexist. You can't be too prideful to be a craftsman. That's kind of silly, isn't it? See, the artist is also in the ivory tower, to go back to the whole point about people and nature, and I'm watching the spider, just an incredible spider. But it's like, I don't know, I was talking about the team and people and how important people are. How was I relating that to the... I got distracted by the spider. Oh, he's out. He's out of here. I'm not sure where he is. Anyway. Yeah, they just don't want to take any fucking risks, man. They're just... Okay, so there's a concept, and I heard about this from, I think, Howard Bloom on the Joe Rogan podcast. And... By the way, see Joe Rogan? That's a perfect example. Look at early Joe Rogan episodes. It wasn't like that. Also, he was doing the fucking thing with the third eye and the weird fucking face and whatever before conspiracy theory was mainstream. So, this guy has a complete number one show, and it came out of the cult out of the basement. It was like a very niche thing. Niche. I say niche. So, niche. It was a niche. Ugh, I don't know. Doesn't taste good in my mouth, that word. Whatever. But he just kept going. There's something about, yeah, so the two things. Hedonic bees and pottery and pots. So Howard Bloom was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about hedonic bees, and 20% of bees, instead of just building the hive or building the comb or whatever, and whatever, they would just be wandering around. They wouldn't be gathering pollen, coming back with the right routes, with the established routes. They would be out there just wandering, basically looking for new fields. And so when all the pollen got used up by the worker bees who are just doing the what's on the Lego box, then if it wasn't for these hedonic bees, then there wouldn't be any new pastures. But the thing is, sometimes the hedonic bees spend all day and then they come back and they don't find shit. So are they a failure? Or is it that the cycle to... I'm stalking this spider right here. The cycle to get somewhere is a little bit longer. So to compare how much a regular bee accomplishes to how much a hedonic bee, quote unquote, and isn't that some bullshit calling them hedonic bees? Like they're having a fucking amazing time every second. Oh, it's like so hedonistic going out there and not going, painting by numbers. There's nothing fucking, there's nothing hedonic, quote unquote, to beat yourself up and go out there and fail and record videos and they suck, or you try to self-start yourself and you keep fucking falling on your face. Self-starting is not fucking easy, goddammit. Every single day you have to be like, no, it doesn't matter that yesterday you thought your work was shit, everyone else thought your work was shit, they thought you were shit for even attempting it, you should be doing something more reasonable. You started to fucking think about that and too long and shit, and then you started to beat yourself up for fucking letting them bring you down. You spiral down. That shit sucks. It's not hedonic. That's not me indulging because I'm a fucking lazy fuck. I have to go through this because you're not willing to. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I'm succeeding at patting everybody on the back who does something fucking risky. It's not easy to face. I don't even know what it is. It's like, this is the thing about my point earlier. I'm actually under no obligation to feel like my ugly work is, or my bad work is a failure. If I didn't make that bad work and I didn't feel some sort of something about it later, then I wouldn't be propelled. I don't know. It's like. Yeah, you have to make some sort of, I don't know why this is so fucking cliche, so let me put it in a different way. But you have to go and try it out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can see how other people do it, and that's cool too. But you're not going to feel it the same way watching them, mess it up or whatever, versus you messing it up. It feels different. It just feels different, obviously. But anyway, my point is, who gives a shit if, like... That's the thing, it's like, if you care about something so fucking much, you're gonna fuck it up, dude. This is crazy. It's like a girl, right? Like, if the girl that you like so fucking much, you're not even gonna approach her properly. Usually, I'm not trying to put that into the universe, to be honest with you. No, you go and you approach her, goddammit. But I'm just saying, sometimes you haven't, like, sometimes people don't approach, because it's like, if you think she's like, oh, that's the hottest one over there, and that's the one for me, and this is a do or die for me, you're fucked. Alright, and let me say the thing about the pots now, because they did an experiment where they gave kids a pottery challenge. One group was told, you need to make the best pot ever. You're going to be judged on how beautiful the pot is. Your job is to make the most pretty one. And the other group said you're going to be judged on how many pots you make. Okay? So they gave both groups the same amount of time. You get an hour for one pot, and you get an hour for as many pots as you can, or whatever the heck the number, 10 minutes, whatever. And so then they mixed all the pots up, and then they had independent judges that didn't know which group the pots were from. They had them judge how pretty the pots were from the quality and the quantity group. And the prettiest marks came from the quantity group. Why? To quote my rabbi. That's funny. I'm just gonna do that. It's gonna be a fucking meme now. Why? I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna give that to you, America, dude. I'm gonna give Jews a great name right now. I'm not gonna give them a great name, but yeah, I'm gonna give them a great name because we have a lot of names right now. It's like an identity. It's like a lens and shit. A name is like a lens. It's like a frame. It's almost as if everything's connected, Pavel. What do you think, Budget? Because everything connected. What do you? Everything's illuminated. I don't think everything's illuminated, but everything has the potential to be illuminated. So what are you going to illuminate? Isn't that so fucking selfless and like self-fulfilling at the same time? Self-fulfilling. Boy, is that incredible. Self-fulfilling. I really hope I don't lose this video because it looks beautiful. If I may be self-aware for one moment. But here's the thing, am I self-aware? Am I a self? What the fuck's a self? I'm looking at a creature I didn't create. How can this be me? What I did create is this video. What I am creating is this wave coming out of my mouth. That's what I'm creating. Okay? Did I create this hair? I guess I could have cut it, right? So I created this frame. I created this frame too. Right? So you listen to me like this. I don't want you to listen to me a different way. You listen to me like this. And you know what? My voice is even, I can see my hair. So the fact, even if this is audio later and you can't look at me, I can look at me and my voice is coming through. I know I'm a California boy when I'm talking. It's like I know I'm all these things. Okay, I don't want to put too many words to it now. If I have the words, I'll give them to you. If I don't have the words, I'm not gonna create them for you. Unless that's what I'm doing is creating words. I don't know. I like when it comes out. By the way, look at this. Look how incredible this is. This is Solik. I have 2 shirts like this. I have a white one and a yellow one. I'm black, faded black. God, such gorgeous shirts, man. See, I'm illuminating these shirts, right? And I'm building my identity by I'm illuminating these shirts. It's like you're building your MySpace profile, or not everybody creates art, So it really starts with the love. Like, what do you love, Pavel? Like, what do you pay attention to? Excuse nobody, no excuses. So, like language, I pay attention to language, I pay attention to beauty, right? I notice that it says beauty right there. And you know what? I'm also right there. I'm extra firm about what I do, And, all right, that's it. This says snooze right there, but I wasn't going to go corny on it. If you snooze, you lose. So, I pay attention to this shit, I pay attention to humor. I pay attention to what's a joke, it's like even what you laugh at. It's like dad jokes are funny, but if you think you're too cool for school, if you're not, I know you don't think you're too cool for school, but you think that other people are too cool for school around you. They're gonna judge you for laughing at a dad joke. But I've never failed to say a dad joke, calling it out as a dad joke, and then getting someone to laugh at it, because then the pressure is off and we can all look at a silly pun and laugh at a silly pun together. So I don't know, what frame are you operating from? Once again, are you operating from a frame where you're just looking around to see for somebody else's cue? Because to be honest with you, people don't respect that. Those people that you think you're impressing by copying them, they don't respect you for that. They know that they can control you, so you'll always be below them. If you want to truly be cool, you gotta stand firm, baby. My mom's home. I'm gonna go hang out with my mom. Peace out. Buy some Puma slides and buy some t-shirts like this and other things that make you happy. Peace.